The discovery. The scanner shrieked with a high-pitched whine as the alien vessel, the Intrepid, staggered through the debris field. The once hidden remnants of humanity's secret fleet now drifted silently among the shattered fragments of a long-forgotten battle. Captain Zorak's 3 hearts pounded as he peered through the view screens at the apocalyptic wreckage that peppered the dead planet's orbit. The debris was a grim testament to the scale of the conflict that had occurred here, twisted hunks of blackened steel and charred bones drifting aimlessly in the void. For decades, the Galactic Federation had dismissed this sector of space as a mere uncharted backwater. It had never warranted a second glance, but the sight before Zorak now revealed a horrifying truth about mankind's true power. The Federation had been oblivious to the fact that humanity had managed to assemble a fleet of such magnitude in secret, and Zorak's gut twisted with icy fear. The remnants of the fleet told a story of annihilation, a story that left the fate of countless lives scattered like debris in a cold expanse of space. As Zorak dispatched the away team to the surface, he swallowed hard, his thoughts racing. If humanity had once hidden such a formidable force, there was no telling what they might be capable of doing again. The galaxy might not survive a second encounter with such a force. Zorak needed answers, and he needed them quickly. Stalking onto the bridge of the Intrepid, Zorak's claws clicked rhythmically on the polished deck plates. The data from the away team was already streaming across the main view screen, and Lieutenant Kevok hunched over a holographic display, manipulating it with her tentacles. The atmosphere on the bridge was tense, each crew member acutely aware of the gravity of the situation. "What have we found?" Zorak demanded, his voice a low rumble. It's unbelievable, sir," Falk replied, her voice a mixture of awe and trepidation. She tapped a command, and a detailed schematic expanded on the display. Zorak leaned in, his eyes widening as he absorbed the details. The design was unmistakably human: smooth aerodynamic hulls, oversized fusion engines. But the technology was centuries ahead of anything the Federation had on record. "This fleet," Falk explained, "it predates the formation of the Galactic Federation itself. If these readings are correct, this human civilization had achieved interstellar travel long before we thought they had even discovered electricity." Zorak gripped the edge of the console, his mind racing. How could the humans have kept such advancements hidden? Why had they never revealed themselves? As he sifted through the data, desperate for answers, he uncovered fragmentary log entries and garbled transmissions that painted a chilling picture. The humans had established this secret colony to safeguard their most advanced technologies, ships, weapons, innovations that the Federation had never even conceived of. But they were not alone out here. A new image flickered onto the screen, a nightmare made manifest. Bulbous, organic-looking ships, pulsing with sickly bioluminescence. Kriox warships. Zorak felt his blood run cold. The Kriox were the stuff of childhood horror stories, ruthless conquerors and planet killers that had been driven back at great cost centuries ago. It became clear that the Kriox had sought to crush the humans and steal their secrets. The logs took on a frantic tone, depicting sprawling void battles in flickering holographics. Swarms of Kriox bioships clashed with the silver human fleet, and losses mounted on both sides. The humans were pushed back, slowly but inexorably. Their colony was burning, yet they refused to surrender, determined to protect their technology. Zorak found the final log entry, tagged with the fleet commander's ID. The face of the commander appeared pale and haggard, dark rings under his eyes. The message was distorted by static, but the words were clear. "No choice. The Kriox cannot be allowed to have what we've built here. This is our only option." The commander's resolve was evident as he straightened his uniform and faced the camera. "To those who find this message, remember us. Remember what we sacrificed to keep the galaxy safe. Know that humanity will never bow to tyranny, even unto our own destruction." Arrival on the dangerous planet. In a vast and powerful galactic empire that spanned countless star systems and civilizations, there existed one planet that they dared not approach: Earth. Legends told of humans who thrived on planet X-217, considered the deadliest place in the galaxy. Even the mighty Trisolarans and Kell were afraid to go there. Captain James Hawkins and his research crew faced the planet's infamous corrosive sky, causing their ship to break apart mid-air. Molten metal fell to the acidic rocks below as Hawkins grabbed the sparking control panel. Despite engines shutting down and stabilizers failing, they managed to crash land near towers of razor stone. Hawkins knew they had to survive. The future of humanity depended on it. After the crash, Hawkins led his crew out of the wreckage. The landscape was a hellscape, filled with acid rain and rivers of fast-moving sludge. Yet something caught his eye, a glint of steel in the distance. Using binoculars, he saw man-made buildings, linked by pipes and covered walkways, rising from the acid wastes. Someone had been here before. Hawkins shared his discovery with his second-in-command, Jana. Despite the immediate need to build a shelter and check their supplies, Hawkins wanted to investigate the buildings. They needed to know if there were resources or any signs of previous inhabitants. The crew worked tirelessly to create a living space from the ship's wreckage. They repurposed hull armor to build walls and used the life support systems to keep the acidic air out. The alien watchers, who were more of a nuisance than help, didn't expect to work hard on a death world. Once the camp was secure, Hawkins and a group of scientists set out to explore the ruins. As they approached the towers, they saw evidence of recent activity. Tracks and empty food packs suggested humans had been here. This gave Hawkins hope. Entering the nearest building, they navigated a dark hallway, breathing the old but still breathable air. They reached a large door with heavy locks. As it hissed open, they were met by a group of people in environment suits, armed and wary. Raising his hands to show he meant no harm, Hawkins introduced himself and his crew. The leader of the group, a scared man named Ezra, lowered his gun. He revealed that they were on planet X-217, and his people had been living there for generations. They were part of a secret military project, genetically modified to survive the harshest conditions. Abandoned once their job was done, they had made the deadly planet their home. Hawkins was stunned. These soldiers had adapted to survive in an environment that killed everything else. He asked Ezra how they had managed to stay alive for so long. Ezra explained their bodies had evolved to handle the toxins, extreme temperatures, and radiation. They had even found technology in the ruins and adapted it to their needs, creating a sustainable community with greenhouses and life support systems. Hawkins saw potential for cooperation. The colony had skills and knowledge that could help his crew, and he had tools and technology that could benefit them. As he discussed a possible alliance with Ezra, he noticed the alien watchers whispering and looking at the colonists with suspicion. This made Hawkins uneasy, as the Galactic Council had strict rules about unregistered societies. Approaching the Watchers, Hawkins tried to reassure them. However, their leader, a thin, multi-eyed creature named Kor, was particularly hostile. He saw the colonists as a threat to the galaxy's safety, fearing their genetic enhancements could make them a danger beyond planet X-217. Despite Hawkins' efforts, the Watchers' distrust grew, threatening the fragile alliance he was trying to build. Uneasy alliance. As the days passed, tensions between the crew and the alien Watchers grew. Hawkins continued to explore the colony, learning more about their incredible adaptability and resourcefulness. The colonists had not only survived but thrived on planet X-217, turning it into a home despite its lethal conditions. Ezra took Hawkins deeper into the colony, showing him rooms filled with machines, busy residents, and greenhouses producing food. The colonists had developed advanced technology to cope with the extreme environment. Their bodies could handle the toxins, extreme temperatures, and radiation. They had even found ways to make breathable air and potable water from the planet's hostile elements. Hawkins was impressed by their ingenuity and resilience. He saw many ways in which their groups could benefit each other. The colonists had skills and knowledge that could help his crew repair their ship and survive on the planet, while Hawkins' crew had tools and advanced technology that could aid the colony's growth and stability. However, the alien watchers remained a constant source of tension. They viewed the colonists as an abomination, a violation of the Galactic Council's rules. Quar, their leader, was particularly vocal in his opposition. He saw the colonists as a threat to galactic safety, fearing that their genetic enhancements could lead to unforeseen consequences. Despite Hawkins' efforts to mediate, the Watchers' distrust and hostility persisted. They whispered among themselves, casting suspicious glances at the colonists and even at Hawkins' crew. Hawkins knew that the situation was precarious and that any misstep could lead to disaster. One evening, as the sun set over the jagged landscape of Planet X-217, Hawkins called a meeting with his crew and the colony leaders. He laid out his vision for cooperation, emphasizing the mutual benefits of working together. He proposed a joint effort to repair their ship, share resources, and develop new technologies to improve their chances of survival. Ezra and the other colony leaders were receptive to the idea. They saw the potential for a stronger, more resilient community. However, Quar and the alien watchers were less enthusiastic. They argued that the colonists were a danger to the galaxy and should be left to fend for themselves. Tensions flared as the debate grew heated. Hawkins did his best to calm the situation, but the divisions were clear. The Watchers were determined to undermine any alliance, while the colonists and Hawkins' crew were eager to work together. Betrayal in the ranks. The fragile alliance was put to the test when a sudden crisis struck. A massive storm rolled in, bringing with it deadly acid rain and violent winds. The colony's defenses were strained to their limits, and Hawkins' crew worked alongside the colonists to reinforce their shelters and protect their vital resources. During the chaos, Quar and his followers took the opportunity to sabotage the colony's systems. They tampered with the life support units and sabotaged the communication arrays, hoping to weaken the colony and force Hawkins to abandon his plans for cooperation. Hawkins and Ezra quickly discovered the sabotage and moved to counter it. They rallied their people to repair the damage and secure the colony. The colonists' advanced technology and the crew's expertise proved invaluable, and they managed to stabilize the situation before it became catastrophic. However, the sabotage attempt had revealed the depth of the Watchers' animosity. Hawkins confronted Quar, demanding to know why he had endangered everyone. Quar was unapologetic, insisting that the colonists were a threat that needed to be eliminated. Hawkins realized that the Watchers would stop at nothing to see the colonists destroyed. He knew that he had to act quickly to protect his crew and the colony. He called another meeting with the colony leaders and his senior officers, devising a plan to neutralize the Watchers' threat. They decided to disable the Watchers' weapons and isolate them from the colony. Using a combination of stealth and technology, they managed to disarm Quar and his followers, confining them to a secure area. The Watchers were furious, but Hawkins was resolute. He couldn't allow their fear and prejudice to jeopardize everyone's survival. With the immediate threat contained, Hawkins and Ezra turned their attention to repairing the colony's systems and strengthening their defenses. They knew that the Watchers would not remain passive for long, and they needed to be prepared for any future attempts to undermine their efforts. Strengthening the bond. Over the next few weeks, Hawkins and Ezra worked tirelessly to build trust and cooperation between their people. They organized joint training sessions, shared knowledge and resources, and developed new strategies to improve their chances of survival on Planet X-217. The colonists' adaptability and the crew's advanced technology proved to be a powerful combination. They made significant progress in repairing the damaged systems, improving the colony's defenses, and even starting to work on a plan to repair their ship and potentially leave the planet. Despite the progress, the tension with the alien Watchers remained a constant undercurrent. Quar and his followers continued to voice their opposition, albeit from their confined quarters. They warned of the dangers of cooperating with the colonists, predicting dire consequences for the galaxy if their genetic modifications were allowed to spread. Hawkins knew that the Watchers' fears were not entirely unfounded. The colonists' genetic enhancements did pose a unique set of challenges and potential risks. However, he also saw the potential for great benefit. The colonists' resilience and ingenuity could be a valuable asset, not just for his crew, but for the galaxy as a whole. One evening, as Hawkins and Ezra discussed their plans for the future, they received an unexpected message. It was from the Galactic Council, demanding an explanation for their presence on planet X-217 and their interactions with the unregistered colony. Hawkins and Ezra knew that their response would be critical. They had to convince the Council that their cooperation was not only necessary for their survival but also beneficial for the greater good. They spent the night drafting a detailed report, outlining their discoveries, the potential benefits of their alliance, and the steps they were taking to address the risks. As they prepared to send the message, Hawkins couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. He knew that their future hung in the balance and that the Council's response would determine their fate on planet X-217. The Council's verdict. The days following the transmission of their report to the Galactic Council were filled with anxiety and anticipation. Hawkins, Ezra, and their respective teams continued to work together, but the looming uncertainty cast a shadow over their efforts. Finally, a response arrived. The Galactic Council had reviewed their report and demanded a direct communication. Hawkins and Ezra set up a secure link, knowing that this conversation would be crucial. The holographic image of Councillor Xara, a stern and imposing figure, appeared before them. Xara questioned them about their presence on planet X-217, the nature of the colony, and the genetic modifications of the colonists. Hawkins and Ezra answered truthfully, emphasizing the colony's resilience and the potential benefits of their cooperation. Councillor Xara listened carefully, her expression unreadable. She then turned her attention to Kor and the alien Watchers. Kor, still confined, repeated his warnings about the dangers posed by the colonists. He insisted that they were a threat to galactic stability and should be eliminated. Xara considered Kor's words before addressing Hawkins and Ezra again. She acknowledged the risks but also recognized the potential benefits. The Council had decided to allow their cooperation to continue under strict supervision. They would send a delegation to planet X-217 to monitor the situation and ensure that the colonists' genetic modifications did not pose a wider threat. Hawkins and Ezra breathed a sigh of relief. They had been given a chance to prove the value of their alliance. They knew that the Council's oversight would add another layer of complexity, but they were determined to make it work. With the Council's decision, the tension with the Watchers eased slightly, though Kor remained distrustful. Hawkins and Ezra focused on strengthening their community, improving their defenses, and working towards repairing their ship. A new hope. The arrival of the Galactic Council delegation brought a new dynamic to the colony. The delegation, led by Councillor Xara herself, was composed of scientists, engineers, and security personnel. They were tasked with monitoring the colony and ensuring that the genetic modifications did not pose a threat to the wider galaxy. Hawkins and Ezra welcomed the delegation, showing them around the colony and explaining their plans. The delegation was impressed by the colonists' resilience and ingenuity, but they also made it clear that they would be keeping a close watch on the situation. Despite the added scrutiny, the cooperation between the crew and the colonists continued to flourish. They made significant progress in repairing the ship, developing new technologies, and improving their defenses. The colony was becoming stronger and more resilient with each passing day. One evening, as Hawkins and Ezra discussed their plans for the future, they received a message from Councillor Xara. She wanted to meet with them to discuss the Council's long-term plans for the colony. During the meeting, Xara revealed that the Council was considering a more permanent solution. They were impressed by the colony's achievements and saw the potential for using their genetic modifications to benefit other planets with harsh environments. However, they also recognized the risks and wanted to ensure that the colony remained under strict supervision. Hawkins and Ezra were cautiously optimistic. They knew that the Council's support could bring significant benefits, but they also understood the need to address the Council's concerns. They proposed a joint research project to study the genetic modifications and develop safeguards to prevent potential misuse. Sarah agreed to the proposal, and the joint research project was launched. Scientists from the Council and the colony worked together, sharing knowledge and developing new technologies. The project not only improved the colony's chances of survival, but also paved the way for potentially groundbreaking advancements in genetic engineering. A brighter future. With the joint research project underway, the colony entered a new phase of growth and development. The collaboration between the crew, the colonists, and the Council delegation brought about significant advancements in technology and sustainability. The ship was finally repaired, and plans were made to explore other parts of Planet X-217 and beyond. The colonists' genetic modifications were studied and refined, leading to new breakthroughs in adapting to extreme environments. The Council's oversight ensured that these advancements were used responsibly, benefiting the wider galaxy without posing a threat. Hawkins, Ezra, and Councillor Xara continued to work closely together, fostering a spirit of cooperation and mutual respect. The colony thrived, becoming a beacon of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. The alien watchers, though still wary, gradually accepted the new reality. They saw the benefits of the cooperation and began to integrate more with the colony, contributing their unique skills and knowledge. As the colony looked towards the future, they knew that challenges would always remain. However, they had proven that even in the most hostile of environments, humanity's ingenuity, resilience, and determination could prevail. Planet X-217, once considered a death world, had become a symbol of hope and possibility. The alliance between the crew, the colonists, and the Council had created a brighter future, not just for themselves but for the entire galaxy. And so, under the watchful eyes of the Galactic Council and the stars above, the colony continued to thrive, embodying the spirit of humanity and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. As the years went by, the legacy of the alliance between Earth and the Galactic Empire continued to be felt across the galaxy. The story of their cooperation and triumph over adversity was told and retold in countless forms: epic tales, historical accounts, and even popular entertainment. The narrative of their shared struggle and victory served as a powerful reminder of the strength found in unity and the potential of collaborative efforts. The tale of Earth and the Galactic Empire was not just a story of conflict and resolution. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the pursuit of a better future. It inspired future generations to continue the work of building bridges between worlds and to approach challenges with creativity and determination. In a small, bustling spaceport on the outskirts of the galactic core, a young historian named Jax was conducting research for a comprehensive account of the Alliance's history. Jax was fascinated by the stories of bravery and innovation that had shaped the galaxy's present. With a team of scholars and archivists, Jax delved into the archives of both Earth and the Empire, piecing together the intricate details of the past. One day, while exploring an old data repository, Jax stumbled upon a series of personal journals and letters written by key figures from the war. These documents provided a unique and intimate perspective on the events that had unfolded. The accounts offered insights into the hopes, fears, and motivations of those who had played pivotal roles in the conflict. Jax's research uncovered the depth of the personal sacrifices made by individuals on both sides of the Alliance. The journals revealed stories of camaraderie, resilience, and the shared vision of a better future. As Jax read through these accounts, the historian realized the profound impact of the Alliance's legacy on the lives of countless individuals. In recognition of the enduring significance of the alliance, a grand monument was constructed on Earth and another on the Galactic Empire's capital planet. These monuments were dedicated to the memory of those who had fought for peace and unity. They served as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the triumphs achieved, celebrating the indomitable spirit of the alliance. As the galaxy continued to prosper, the people remained vigilant and committed to preserving the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. They understood that the challenges of the future would require ongoing effort and cooperation. The legacy of Earth and the Galactic Empire became a guiding light, inspiring new generations to embrace the values of unity, creativity, and determination. In the quiet moments of reflection, as the stars glittered against the backdrop of the cosmos, the people of the galaxy looked up with a renewed sense of hope. They knew that the story of Earth and the Galactic Empire was more than a tale of conflict and resolution. It was a living testament to the power of collaboration and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. And so, the galaxy moved forward into a new era, guided by the lessons of the past and the promise of a bright future. The legacy of unity, forged in the fires of adversity, continued to shine brightly, illuminating the path for all who dared to dream and strive for a better tomorrow.